Okay, Risa Harrington here. We're starting our meeting and waiting upon Leah's entry into our arena. September 27th, 2020. Mary recording 6. Hey girl.
Okay. Frustrated.
All right, dear beloved. We are knowing that this is very challenging for you. And it is that when you have a sleepless night, beloved, primarily sleepless, that we should not try to have a meeting the following day. So this has been a demonstration of that for the both of you. So we may have this guideline to follow. And we may start with the next and call it 7, as this channel will be recorded as number 6. And we will call this a failed session. Not that Leah or Fiora has failed, beloveds, be that we have not reached prime conditions for revealing ultimate truth. And we may not reveal ultimate truth without feeling well enough and rested enough to be in higher mind. So we must be very honest with ourselves, beloveds. This is not a contest. There are no repercussions, beloveds. Beloved Leah, you will never, ever, please chastise yourself for not performing well enough or not being enough for yourself or for others. You are doing superbly well in your ways, beloved, and we are well pleased with your progress over these years and months, and weeks and days. We are well pleased, and together you and I are going to shine very brightly for all to see. Know this to be truth, beloved. We are twin flames, Hosanna and Archangel Raphael. Indeed, it is so. So be it.
So I have to ask, so has this pain in my solar plexus been from yesterday, not being able to do my, how I feel about myself or not
Yes,
disappointment myself?
yes. It's like they are trying to teach us, honey, that it is always our free will choice to choose light from dark, to choose pleasure about ourselves or displeasure, to call ourselves successes or failures. Only we are making the judgment. Only we are deciding this. Our free will choice, honey. And that will always be the lessons of the solar plexus.
Yeah, I have something to talk to you about. So I know how you feel about, so my fall that I had.
Yes.
I told you I heard chemicals in my throughout the night, and I just haven't been feeling well since I had that fall. I just haven't bounced back since I fell.
Okay.
And I realized this morning when I looked in the mirror that I may have ruptured my implant because the shape of my breast has completely changed, and it still hurts. And I don't know, it's just been really upsetting this morning. I've always been called cute, no matter what.
That's when I just started the recording again.
Why?
Just
Why?
you saying that was a
I've
good
always
time
been
when
called.
I just started recording again. I've always been called cute.
Yeah, I've always been cute. I used to not like it. Well, now that I'm older, I kind of like it. I
But
don't mind being called cute. I feel cute. I don't feel cute in my breast right now, but I feel cute.
well,
You know,
put your blouse down a little bit. You've got to, yeah. That's all you needed to do, honey.
this is nice and loose. Um, Maybe we just needed to talk and, oh, I think we're supposed to be having this conversation right now.
Sounds like it. It seems like it's very necessary and very relevant, honey. Maybe that's
Yeah.
causing all the darkness that we had at the start because this issue has been weighing you down.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason, and maybe we weren't supposed to have this today.
Well, we are having it. It's just
Yeah, well, maybe it's a lesson.
it's greatly altered. Yeah.
Yeah, well, um, yeah, now that we're just talking, my solar plexus pain's going away.
Yeah, there you go.
So just last night, it was just the weirdest night, Risa. It was like it was one of those, I was awake all night except for a little doze off here and there. And I kept seeing this gold kingdom it looked like a fairy tale kingdom. And I could actually see it within me. And I felt like I was in light all night. That's what it felt like. I was in light all night long.
That's not a bad thing, honey.
No, but I was awake all night long. But I was in this. Yeah, I just felt like it was the strangest thing. I was in light all night. Oh, I need to tell you this. So, was it yesterday? I don't know what day it was. And I tried to channel in. And enter these celestial realms, and there was these gold things spinning around my head, one going one direction and another one. It almost looked like a gold chandelier circling around one direction, and something else gold going the opposite direction at the same time.
Huh.
Oh, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm feeling guided to explain I guess my God experience. I've been having a lot of goddess experiences, and this morning,
Do you need to get the hair out of your eye?
this morning, is that better? This morning, so remember I was talking to you about how I have seen myself as this really bright light fleck, and when I am joining God, goddess, God, and I'm this little light fleck being drawn to this huge, and I mean enormous light. and I embrace this and become part of it.
Yeah.
And I've had that happen quite a few times. This morning, even though I had that night when I was doing my connection with God, Goddess, the light was on top of me already. I didn't even have to do any of the work. I just imagined that, light was my inner light, and this light was right there. Like I could just reach out and just touch it with my finger. This enormous light. So I have had these that enormous light being like a moth drawn to a flame. The love is what draws you there, and you become this light, and you know that it's you. It's part of you.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's so beautiful, and you don't want to leave.
It's home.
Yes, and I have heard after I had these experiences, I had heard Dolores Cannon talking about some of her clients having these same kind of experiences. So it was really interesting to listen to that.
I think that those of us that are actually divinely reincarnated
Yeah,
are actually enabled to experience those because it's like a memory resonance recognition.
yeah.
And so it's like going home temporarily to remind us who we are, remind us
That's exactly what they were
where
saying.
we come from.
Yeah, they don't want you to stay there too long because you don't want to leave.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I've been having these really, really interesting being in more than one place at one time. And last night, all night long, was an example of that. And I'm feeling it a lot today, believe it or not. Even though now I've not slept, but a little bit. But it feels that's a good thing. I just needed to probably talk about that.
Yeah. Well, it's very sweet.
Yeah. So this morning, I'll talk about my experience this morning. So this morning, I listen to rain because it's just nature sounds and rain just is, landing, hitting plants, just is really relaxing to me.
Of course, yes.
And as I was listening to it this morning, just to be in nature and be grounded, I just pictured myself sitting on this rock and just all these green plants around me and rain. And I was sitting with my umbrella, and it was really grounding. And I was drawn to this little like stream. And when I stepped in this stream, it's like, I'm going to make this water warm and stand in it. And then I was, expanding my light. And that's when I looked up, and there that light was. I was already feeling love. So really connecting with God is just a loving feeling. That's what I do. I just go into my heart and connect with God that way. And this morning it was just really, really beautiful. That light was right there. It was like I was standing right underneath the sun, or right in it. A really beautiful experience.
Wonderful.
I hope at some point I'll be able to help people get to that place. It's taken, how much practice it is to.
Well, that's why we're here, honey.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah, it's really healing. For sure. Oh, there's something else that I don't know that we should talk about.
But
I'm hearing your name. Maybe it's your turn.
my turn for what?
Hang on. To talk about your experience. I don't know. I'm feeling like somebody's wanting to either channel or just put some input into this. But I'm not picking up.
Okay, hold on. Oh, it's Dorgic. All right. Hold on. Dorgic, beloved, you want to say something? It is not for us to say most particularly, beloved, but you may want to impart your own story of the Green Lagoon and the Crazy Man, beloved, and see what comes of this from the telling, please. Oh, that's most unexpected. That was when Drogic had me walk down B Street, which runs parallel to 67, the main highway, to get away from the traffic. And so he shared that with me, that I could find the alternate route and, get a clue to get off the main highway. And so it's full of weeds and little tiny apartment complexes. And it's a very shady street, and it was a nice, quiet, alternate route. And on the left side of the street, there's this huge lot that's vacant. And in the center of the lot is a sort of green lagoon. It's all colored green. And it's just like desert up here. And it's all bone dry and tall weeds and eucalyptuses that are dry. So it's all yellow, yellow, yellow brush, except for this very green lagoon off in the center of this empty, weedy lot. And I couldn't see for all the trees that are blocking the view. I couldn't see if it was water, like green water, marshy water. That's what it looked like. And so anyway, all of a sudden on my left, this man pops up. He's got a bicycle and he's dressed in brown and he's got really long brown hair and he's got a guitar in his hand and the other hand has holding his bicycle. And he starts talking about Hope Church and they're offering free croissants and we can sing and he starts
He pops out of the bushes.
quite literally somehow.
Wow.
Somehow he was just there. And there was one side street, but it was a dead end street. There's no houses, no nothing. Not
Wow.
not on the side of the street where he suddenly appeared. So it appeared that he had jumped out of the bushes. And my mind isn't always with me all the time.
Mhm.
I daydream all the time. And so anyway, he's I'm trying to just smile and be nice and friendly, but I'm not going to engage in conversation with this man. Very unkept is putting it mildly. He doesn't look at all clean or kept. And anyway, he's off to Hope Church. 850 Main, he says. 850 Main. It's the 202 Hope Church. Free croissants. And so then he's walking down the street away from me, and he gets to the corner down there, maybe 100, 150 feet away. And he's taking off his shirt because it's a warm day. And he starts singing, glory be, glory me, glory, hallelujah, and all this stuff, and strumming tunelessly this guitar. And he's like serenading me.
Wow.
And this was the man that was supposed to be Dorgik that I'm meeting. I went to this walk on this street because Dorgik said, we're going to meet in a way that will astound you. And so that was the experience I had.
Wow.
And so a week later, I went back on B Street and I ended up at the library coming home. And I talked to you on the phone. I told you I'd be home in 20 minutes.
Mhm.
And there he, boom, boom, he was there again. All of a sudden, this man. And and he wanted to entertain me on the library steps. And the library's not open. I just go there because there's a bench. And so I was on my way home, and it connects to B Street. And he takes his guitar, and he's got a plank of wood from a old painted cardboard box, or I can't even explain what he's doing with this guitar, but he starts pretending that he's tuning it, and poor man is mentally disturbed, very mentally disturbed, and
Mhm.
he starts singing this song about sexy pajamas. And I said, I don't need to be entertained, sir. I really don't. And so he stopped singing to me, trying to put a smile on my face about sexy pajamas. And yeah. So anyway, I asked him his name and I asked him if he was homeless, and he said, "Oh, I'm in the fields." He had big containers of juice and a loaf of white bread that he'd gotten from somewhere. And and so that's why I haven't walked on that street since, because I don't want to run into him. But anyway, that's his name is Joe, and he does not look like a Joe at all. But anyway, that's the story. And
Wow.
so I don't know why Dorgek wanted me to share that, but there is a reason.
Well, there's a message in everything. And when you said 2020 Hope Street, the year 2020 and Hope Church. So 2020 was the address?
No, it wasn't the address. It was 850 Main.
Oh, he was saying
It was
2020?
it was Suite 202.
Oh, interesting. I just keep hearing God. That was God. You were entertained by God. That was God with his sense of humor.
Oh, always with Dorgek, there's a sense of humor. Always. It's just that I don't
Yeah.
it's so funny anymore,
Yeah.
in a long time.
So, what's coming to me is I was hearing, like, so I know you're not a fan of Dolores Cannon, but I was hearing this. and these people, and she said, all of us in our consciousness created this facility where we're at having this meeting so we could have this meeting. So we all created this. It wasn't here until we created it. This building was not here until we created this time and space right now to join here. I'm hearing angels all around me. To be joining here right now, that we created this.
You just sounded like her just then. That's how she talks. Yeah.
Yeah, we created this so we could have this experience, all of us. And this building was not there. So what I'm getting is that lagoon was not there until you and whoever this guy was created that experience to have. Wow. Wow. And I hear angels all around me right now. Really. So strong now I can barely hear.
Okay. Well, when I went to 850 Main, what I
Mm-hmm.
found there was it's a center for um, developmentally disabled children and adults. It's
Wow.
a daycare center for the two groups, and so that's very like Dorgic to send me there. But I mean, Dorgic obviously wasn't there, and I went on a Saturday, and it was closed, of course. And so I'm going there tomorrow at his suggestion. so, so
Oh,
we'll see what I find there
so
tomorrow.
I'm hearing a real strong autism and Skylar connection there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So my bed is shaking and my ear, I have such strong ringing. Does somebody want to channel for us? It's really intense. Wow.
Okay. Dorgic wants to come through. We are needing a moment to be at peace. And now we speak. It will be necessary for the two of you to be together for a while. And I say this only because Peora is in need of a assistant in the manner of being in um, the world. And it is not to say that you will live together, beloveds, but it is to say that the two of you are to be in proximity together, and we will be needing to have this occur fairly quickly. And so we will arrange miracles of resources for the two of you to arrange this in some fashion. And so we will be discussing this individually with you in your own times and your own wills. And I will be speaking to Peora privately about this further, beloveds. Holy
Mm.
shit. Um, boy, I did not see that coming.
I didn't see that coming.
um,
Wow.
I don't want to
Well,
get. I hate this town. I don't say those words because I think it's like damning something, and I will not
I'm not a Ramona, that's for sure.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I've been looking around at some really. Oh, I hear reset strong ringing.
You hear what?
The ringing is just insane. That angel. I don't know. Does somebody on my side want to say something?
I'm gonna get out of this hot seat and stop what we're doing. I have to process this shit.
Yeah. Well, I've got like
Hold on.
massive.
Hold
You
on.
want to stop the recording?
No, hold on. Raphael wants to speak.
Okay.
You've got massive what?
Oh no, just the ringing I'm hearing is so strong.
Okay. Holy beloveds. Archangel Raphael, beloved. We will not force you together, beloveds. This is not what we would choose. But it will be a service to the two of you if you agree to move in the same vicinity as each other, as this will serve you both immensely well. Especially, beloved Leah, but especially Peora. So you both will be served especially well, indeed. And we do not need for you to coalesce in this town of Ramona. We have promised Peora to return to the Mesa. It is well, beloveds. You will both be served well. Be at peace now. Okay,
Mm.
so be it.
Yeah, that sounds weird. Okay, well,
Well,
we just get off.
it's like we say, the proof is in the pudding, honey.
Yeah, I don't want to move back to that area. It's just too hot for me. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll just see.
We're
I
going
can't.
to be open-minded about it, for sure. But this is where
Yeah.
God has put me, and it's intended that I stay here. And I agree. Well, Ramona is too bitchy hot. Where you are is even hotter.
Yeah. Well, I was looking. I was going to say I was looking at places farther north, not so much Oregon, but in these beautiful towns. It's so affordable, and there's so many trees, and it's like between 70 and 80 degrees. That's the average temperature year,
What town?
for the summer.
What town is that?
It's like Crescent City area. That's kind of like that's too close to the beach, but there's inland areas, and so I've been looking around really beautiful and cool areas to live. So
Yeah, I've got
that's
real no-goes about the coast. Period. Earthquakes
yeah.
and tsunamis.
Yeah, well, those are the coasts, but like there's other places like inland that are California that border Oregon. So I was going to move to Oregon, but I don't know if that's just not going to be feasible. I
Not my
don't think.
guy. Yeah.
Mm-mm. No. So, well, the angels are really blaring this ringing.
Well, that'll pass. The ringing in the ears stuff always passes, honey.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like my whole head has all around it like this really high vibrating, high pitched energy. and I can just hear it ringing all the way around.
Well, I wonder why you had a big sky hit when I mentioned this
Yeah,
Generations Ramona outfit for the developmentally disabled place.
yeah.
So
No,
we've got
it's
a lot.
just autism.
We've got a lot of, well, duh, but it's also
Yeah,
a lot of other developmentally disabled diseases that cause developmental,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Skylar's got a little bit of everything in his class. It's just not autism.
Yeah,
So he's got a few, quite a few.
I'm familiar with all of the titles.
Yeah, yeah,
And I think that we're in a wrap up here, and
yeah,
you need to move with Jesse in the same area anyway. Jesse's going to be definitely in the plan. Um,
yeah,
I don't think we're going to be let off of this getting together thing, but we've got a lot of assimilating and thinking and feeling to do. So
mhm,
let's call this a close for Mother Mary. I'm sorry we didn't make progress on Mother Mary, but we made other progresses for sure. And you got a doctor appointment to get started
yeah,
on with your arrangements and etc. So it's good timing that Jesse's going to be here this week.
yeah.
And did you get
So
your poster yet?
no,
Hmm. Okay.
not yet. I'm looking for it though.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I have a Zoom meeting with Skylar's class at 11 o'clock. I think it lasts about an hour. So we'll
Right.
either
We talked about that yesterday for 12 o'clock tomorrow, but we can
okay.
certainly make it 1 o'clock if we need to.
12 o'clock will be fine.
You said it might be an hour class that's starting with Skylar.
From 11 to 12.
Well, you can't start something else at 12 exactly, honey.
Well, they usually don't last a full hour. I've actually given myself a few minutes of arrangement time.
Is that going to be enough to quiet down Sky or give him lunch so you can go away for an hour?
Yeah, because while he's on a Zoom meeting, I can be making his lunch. I don't sit there with him. He just gets really rude with me. So
Oh, I didn't realize.
yes, yeah, I get stuff ready. I do participate in some of it, but I get stuff ready while he's on there. I do other stuff.
Cool.
I get stuff done. I don't sit with him anymore because it's just too frustrating for me. So,
I'm glad to,
okay, well, hmm
glad to hear that.
yeah.
Did you want to say something else?
No, we can just discuss this later, whatever it is you want to just confirm with me or.
Yeah,
Mhm.
whatever.
Okay, I'll talk to you later, sweetheart.
All right. Bye bye.
All right, bye.